Battle of the Blizzard. What an unbelievable game. Putney Town against Oxshott Royals.
The Battle of the Blizzard. Where do I start?
They're one of the best Putney Town games of all time.
Drawing against Oxshott in the cup. They're unbeaten in the league. They're flying, real, full of confidence.
Beat us in a cup match about a month ago as well. So this was a chance for us to perhaps get revenge. It's amazing the game went on. I mean, there was quite a lot of snow. I just woke up and just thought, no way is this game on today. And Mike, who's the manager of Oxshott, he's a great lad. He just confirmed it. He says, yeah, game on. Let's get down here and hopefully the ref will let it play. So really just went down there and see what happens.
Looked out the window. Probably 4 or 5 foot of snow. I think Lee came into my room and said, "Jack, you seen the snow?" I said yes. Followed the usual pre-game nutrition, which was just maybe some muesli, some light cereal.
Jakob and I are back fresh off a stag do in Prague, and yeah, I'm probably at 30% health. I've contracted foot and mouth from the cobbled streets. Jack's he looks well, I can't tell you how he felt, but he maybe a little bit run down, a cold sore or two, He does seem to get those sort of cold sores when he is run down, and he has had a sesh, so fair play, Jakob.
Paul Gorton's actually given us a lift to the ground. Real cup final feel on the way. I remember looking out of his Fiat Panda and seeing the flags and banners on the approach to the game.
Anyway, get down to the ground, and Mike, he got some kind of snow clearing machine, and he plugged it in, and he was on the pitch, and he was like using this machine to mark out the lines and get rid of the snow and ice. It was unbelievable. I think I gave him a cigar that I got from Cuba that day. Just felt sorry for him.
I distinctly remember their manager very keen to get the game going. He's actually got extension cord after extension cord after extension cord plugged in from Tolworth goals, and he's streaming around all the pitch, streaming. Just, he's dying to get the game ahead because they're full of confidence.
Mike, doing a good job there, fella.
They asked what I keep on my kit bag, now they know.
I still don't know how the ref let the game go ahead, but I'm glad he did, because it ended up being one of the best games in Putney Town history.
Yeah, we had a decent team out that day, so I was quietly confident. Jack in goal, solid back four. We had the Goodwin brothers, Mexican Mike, and Big Chaz, and Pav up front. Pav was banging the goals in. Ben in midfield as well, and really good bench. So yeah, we had a good team. Did something a bit different. I wrote down some instructions on some bits of paper and put them on the wall, some tactics. I think I read it in Sven-Goran Eriksson's book or something like that. I don't know if the lads actually paid attention or what, but I think they just found it a bit funny, really.
I remember walking into the changing room and on 3 sheets of A4 paper, Jabbo had written down, I forget exactly what it was, but something like attack, create and win.
Jabba used a new technique that day to get us going. He wrote in felt tip in on an A4 piece of paper, powerful words to get us all going, like desire, strength, some other words I just can't remember, but it worked a treat.
I've said, look boys, we need to win this, and we've run out into the snow, really thick snow, maybe ankle shin height. I've run away to warm up in the goal furthest away with Paul Gorton again. Standing water there, and thinking there's no way this game can continue or can be played. Paul said, yeah, this game's definitely not on. Do we need to warm up? I said, probably not.
I've hobbled through the warm-up with this foot and mouth, aka plantar fasciitis injury, and yeah, I've said to Jab, it's not looking good for me, but I'm dying to play. It's Oxshott in their own backyard. Yeah, I'll see how I go. I'll start. If I need to come off, I'll come off.
In the warm-up, we're trying to do some kind of warm-up, but it wasn't easy because it was so freezing and ice everywhere. Lee, the captain, comes up to me. He tells me he's got this injury called foot and mouth, the most ridiculous football injury I've ever heard of. And he said it hurts when he walks or something. I was like, mate, shut up, you're playing, just get on with it.
As the game gets closer to kick-off, I've been thinking, surely this cannot go ahead. There's ice and water in my goal mouth.
First half we started well and took the game to Oxshott. And I think we managed to score first goal through Reese Goodnews playing on the right wing, and someone played a ball through to him, managed to cut in on the inside, as he does so well in that position. He kind of like just lofted it slightly over the keeper. Great finish. We got a second goal through Reese again, and pretty similar. This time he was on the other wing and he kind of just broke for the offside trap, got through. Great finish. We're looking like we're in a good position really. And a great celebration as well, but I think he regrets it because he hurt his knees.
I think it was Chaz set me up. Lovely inside pass by Chaz, and Goodwin just lifts it over outcoming keeper's legs. Fantastic finish. Followed the goal up with an epic knee slide. Knew everyone was going to be coming running in after me. I went right for the corner. That puts 2-1 up with, I think, 5-10 minutes to go. Immense feeling.
You've gone 2-1 up with Reece Goodwin pacing it down the left-hand side. Used to have posters of him in my room when I was growing up, so it's a real honour to play with him. He steamed in from 60, 70 yards. Real commitment, got on the end of it. We've gone 2-1 up.
He's done a double knee slide, and at the time he seemed like an absolute hero. Everyone was just worshipping him, loving it, because he scored this goal and cut up all his knees in the process. So yeah, a bit of a hero at the time. Now a bit of a melt, because he still wears bandages all the time, and paid for like skin grafts and stuff like that. It's, yeah.
Thought was going to be the absolute hero that day, shoe in for man of the match. But little did I know that we'd give a cheap free kick away. They score from the edge of the box.
Pinging around 30 yards out. I've looked up, potentially not concentrating as I should have been, maybe distracted by something on another pitch. Actually, I think we're the only side playing that day, so maybe it was a dog or something on another pitch. Anyway, it gets to maybe 25 yards out, through a crowd of bodies. A weak shot, which has taken me by surprise. I've flapped at it and it's gone in. Definitely should have saved it.
But then, you know, Oxshott, decent team, never know when they're beaten. They managed to get a last minute equaliser, which was painful to say the least, because we're all freezing. We just wanted to finish it and go home. So game went into extra time.
And 2-2 extra time. Thinking, it's absolute sake that we've got to play for another half an hour. I just want to go home and go to sleep.
And when the lads came off full time, it was absolutely freezing. I had a little hip flask of whiskey in my bag, so I got that out, and I think quite a few of us had a little swig of whiskey just to warm us up a bit. I just remember in extra time, I think we completely dominated the game. I think Oxshott were knackered and we couldn't get the ball in the back of the net though. Hugh had a decent game. I think he snapped someone in half.
On the other Goodwin brother, hitting the bar in the last second of extra time would have absolutely clinched the tie 3-2. Unfortunately it wasn't to be. We've drawn 2-2 onto penalties.
I was desperate to be a penalty taker that day because I knew everything I was touching was turning to gold. Unfortunately, Jabba, despite asking the ref about 15 times how long was left, made a bit of an error. He held me off with 10 minutes to go, but fucked up his timings, and ref blew final whistle before I could come back on.
So I remember Lee, he's our normal penalty taker, but because he got this ridiculous foot and mouth injury, he had to come off actually, so he couldn't take a penalty. And then Reece would normally take a penalty. Obviously, he's playing well. He'd come off to have a breather because he'd hurt his knees. And I was trying to get him back on. I was asking the ref how long, and he was like saying, "Oh, 5 minutes." So I was like, "Okay, next time the ball goes out of play, I'll make a sub." Ball goes out of play, ref can make a sub. He goes, "No, I've blown the final whistle." I was like, "Oh, cheers then, can't bring Reece on." So when it went to penalties, obviously got the camera out and decided to video the penalties. Although it was so cold, I missed Oxshott's first penalty because I just couldn't get the camera to work in time. I think it was second or third penalty. I think Holiday's missed, shocking penalty. All the other penalties though were quite decent, to be fair, and Oxshott as well. Jack wasn't getting near many of them.
3 penalties in, I've not got close to any of the penalties, and thinking, oh yes, need to remember to start diving, pick a side rather than just maybe make a late decision. There's a big crowd gathering now away to my right hand side. People chanting my name from other pitches. I don't know how they knew my name, probably from maybe some of the other famous days I've had in the Putney Town shirt. I thought, you know what, time to make myself a hero here. Really do need to choose which side to dive.
We had the prospect of going out if Oxshott scored their penalty, and Jack stepped up. Fantastic penalty save.
Jack.
Good.
Miss it. Come on, Matty. Yes, Matty.
Come on, Jack. Come on, Jackie. Go, Jackie.
Go on, Jack, you don't want it!
A young lad stepped up, I could see in his eyes, didn't really want it. And anyway, he struck one really, really well right into that postage stamp in the top right hand corner.
Jack, you can go to the any corner, bro. Don't stay in the middle of the time.
Yes!
Oh!
Yes! Yes! But still not good enough to beat me. I've dived full length, tipped it, almost like Gordon Banks. People were saying that was better than Gordon Banks to me, and I was saying, yes, it probably was. A fierce penalty that I've managed to tip away. Freezing cold. Hands really lost all feeling. I had to save it. I remember saving it with my fists because I had no feeling in my arms or in my fingers. Anyway, people saying that's the second best save I've ever seen. I was saying yes, probably was. Very good goalkeeper.
So we had the chance now to win the game in sudden death penalties.
Come on, Jamie. Come on, lad.
James Brown, I believe, has stepped up to win it for Putney Town, and he's actually missed. Really disappointingly, he's had it saved. At that point, I was thinking maybe I do have to do this all myself.
Come on, Jack. Do it again.
A young lad stepped up, I see in his eyes, didn't want it at all. People chanting away to my right hand side. I was just thinking I'd like to go home at some point today. Anyway, the young lad steps up, a weak side foot, Gareth Southgate-esque, and I've just plunged low to my right and saved. At that point, I've thought, do you know what, give me the ball, I'm going to win this for myself.
Jack saved their penalty, fantastic save, and then he kind of walked back to the lads and gone, you know what lads, I'll take this, I'll take the decider.
And thought, do you know what, I'm going to send the Putney Town team into the semi-final of the cup. But I've just got to hit this as hard as I can. I've been getting in the other goalkeepers' ear as well and saying, look, I'm the better goalkeeper here. Watch and learn this, and I think he did learn a lot, to be honest, that day, that goalkeeper for Oxshott. But anyway, I stepped up.
Full out, come on, you white!
Just thought, get your technique right, really, more than anything. And I really have got my technique right. I've run up and I've driven it low to the keeper's right. He hasn't moved, actually. Stayed still, must have thought I'd just go for power. Actually did go for power, but still the ball went away to the bottom right-hand side.
Just ran up, caressed it bottom bins, carnage ensues, absolute scenes.
And I've just spun on my heels away, pure elation. Away to my right, charged into the snow.
So Jack stepped up, scored the winning penalty, and then he goes mad, runs away. Everyone's obviously piling on top of him.
Belly slides in the snow, everyone just like loving it. Oxshott probably in tears, just crying off because we've just done them in their own backyard.
Remember just being swamped by people saying you're an absolute inspiration to us all. I was thinking, yes, probably am.
So there it was, through to the next round. Changing room was bouncing, music blaring. Jack was lifted aloft in his last game. Fantastic feeling. It's only then that I looked down and saw what had happened to my knees.
Really, really historic day for the town. Anytime you play under the owner of John Bedford is an honour to play in the side. Under the captaincy of Lee Rossborough, it's a dream come true. And yeah, terrific day, terrific memories. Up the Putney Town, Putney till I die.
The Battle of the Blizzard has to be one of the most memorable Putney Town games.
The Battle of the Blizzard, what a day.